I got taken back by the screen when you're playing. I'm like, what's happening?
Right.
All right. Welcome to another beautiful Saturday morning, afternoon. Yeah. Afternoon with the usual suspects, morning on the West Coast. But yeah. We only have one of those, I think, now. Des, you're in Central, right?
Yeah. It's
all right.
It's lunchtime here.
Ooh, nice.
And as you guys can see, we have an extra party member with us today. We have Miss Des from Level 1 Gaming.
Hey.
She's been here before, and we're welcoming her back off the heels of her Summer Games Showcase.
Games for games?
Yeah, Games for Games. So hopefully we'll talk about your experience a little bit there. But quick, we'll go into intros and what have you been playing, and we always go just straight down. So Des, we'll go with you first.
Hi everyone, my name is Destiny, and as they said before, I am the founder and creator of Games for Games, which is a showcase and a platform built to highlight women and their contributions in the gaming community. I also work in the publishing part of gaming, and I do a lot of stuff with Black Voices in Gaming and a few other nonprofits. What have I been playing lately? I've been kind of stuck in Fallout 76.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a couple of friends. The only thing that irritates me is I pick up every single thing. So I become overcumbered a lot in the game. So, but it's been a lot of fun. I haven't seen the show yet. I heard it's incredible.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, how have you not seen the show?
I don't jump on hype trains for shows until like much later. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I guess so. Like I still haven't seen anything. Like I love Baby Yoda. Well, what is it? Grogu, I think is his name.
Right.
I haven't watched any of those yet.
Oh my God, how have you not watched any Mandalorian?
I'm just like, I don't know. I have
to name though.
I have to be in the mood,
I
but like I
know.
have it like listed, like it's saved and it's listed, and I'm like, okay. It's usually when I do my hair, like when, like if you're braiding your own hair, you'd be there for like hours, right? So I like try to pick stuff that I can watch when I can binge it when I'm like braiding my hair. So I haven't braided my hair. Maybe that'll be next time.
I don't know this. It's been like 3 years.
Yeah.
Right.
I never watched Game of Thrones either.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, what have you been watching? Do you watch TV?
I do. I watch a lot of cartoons. So I know that sounds wild, but I got
Not to
into
this group.
Okay, good. My degrees are in animation. So my bachelor's is in 2D animation, and then my master's is in 3D special effects and animation. So I'm just a big nerd for animation stuff. But the thing that I did watch recently, which is a really good watch, was Black Barbie on Netflix.
Oh, CHAREECE watched that. She was telling me I need to turn it on.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Other than that, when I'm not working, because I feel like I'm working all the time, I just veg and watch stuff on YouTube. Like I watch other people play games that I'm probably not good at. So,
all right. And so just Fallout 76, right? For what you've been
just
playing?
Fallout 76. Okay. I am going to jump back into Core Keeper. I know there's a huge announcement coming up where they've added like a lot of new stuff. I don't know if you guys have ever played Core Keeper, but if you like, it's super cute. If you like playing with multiple people, you can have as many as 6 people up on the server. So you guys should try it. It's a really nice streamable game.
Yeah, maybe we can, we can get Wolf and Stitch to play that because they're getting mad at us for being on Elden Ring for too long.
Oh, they were so mad at us last.
It's like, can't you find a game that we can all play?
Oh, damn. Type of conversation, yes.
It's for everyone.
All right.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. All right, Miss Lady, you're underneath.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Lady Infamous 415. I did some scrims this week with Sister Shooters. We did scrims for Call of Duty. So shout out to Sister Shooters. It was pretty good. It was open lobbies. So we can be able to play with people from the community, our friends and such. And we played some Warzone. And it was a little mashup of like Warzone, Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, and stuff like that. And Marisha know how to shoot. I'm surprised because she's usually more behind the scenes, and I know she has her own streaming channel and such. But when she played Call of Duty, I was like, okay, I see you, girl, I see you. So it was really good to spend time and get to know her a little bit better, and just run some games with her. But other than that, it was Elden all day. DLC Game of the Year. I'm saying it now. It's gonna win awards. Not Game of the Year, but mostly everything else. I'm just so. It's the type of game you think about while you're making a latte at 8:00 in the morning on a Wednesday downtown. That's the type of game it is for me. So
we're gonna talk about it. So don't get too.
I ain't gonna get too into it, but that was it. That's all I played with Elden Ring. Yeah.
Cool. Miss CHAREECE, you're now under lady.
Oh, I see that. What did I play this week? What? I don't even know. Yes, I do. Oh my God, what did I play this week? Oh, City Skylines.
You did tell me there was an update, right?
They finally did the update. So I restarted the game over. I restarted did a whole new city, and the key word here is that you have to take it slow. You cannot rush it. That world is already in the negative by a couple of $1 million. So I was like, nope, we can't do this. So I went back to an old game, and I read the notes about how they made the changes, and they was like, please be aware that some people in your city will die. They were not joking. I probably lost a good...
so they like turned on... Is it like they turning on weather, or is it like they turned on like a god mode?
No, they redid the economy, they redid the citizens. Apparently nobody was dying in your city like they were supposed to be. So they came in and like cut off the age group. So like all of your old citizens have to die now. And I had like all of my buildings, like I had a full city. I'm talking about like industrial high rises. Where everybody's dead. Like there's hearses everywhere. Like I had to build a whole nother cemetery. It was ugly. But my buildings are actually now making money. The exports and imports are finally starting to pick up a little bit. So that's kind of a plus. I need to play with it more and probably tweak some things just to get it right. But it's actually playing like it's supposed to play, which is a plus. So it's City Skylines, of course. Genshin, still hate Wuthering Waves on a low. My mobile games all the time. Still loving my Steam Deck. I started to remember we said last week to play it like an actual game that's on here.
Yeah.
So I did that. I started off at like 90% charge, and I got down to probably 10%, and that took 2.5 hours to get.
Just playing what game were you playing?
I was playing Gotham Knights.
Okay. And that's on your Steam Deck?
On my Steam Deck. That is installed on my Steam Deck. So that's about 2.5 hours. And that's probably at max settings, all the bells and whistles and everything. But I did have my earbuds in, my corded earbuds, not Bluetooth or anything. So I don't, if that should be about right, I think.
Yeah, I never really played with headphones, but I can't test mine because mine is broken. Yeah.
Tear.
It fell off the desk. Just from here. Not that far, but I guess it hit right on the bumper. So the bumper is broke. And they send you to iFixit. And it's essentially like if the button is intact, then what's likely broken is inside and you have to solder it. I'm not doing that. So, yeah.
Sad times, man. Sad times.
New Steam Deck is on the way, though, so.
I told you.
Got you, okay?
I told, man, I knew it. I was like, told you that's a justification of getting you the OLED.
Yeah, because I don't want to be without it now. And I'm just like, I need it back because I need to be able to go, like, play other places.
Yeah.
Just not be stuck in this chair, you know?
Yeah.
I think that is so cool that y'all like really big on Steam Deck like that. Like,
I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's just like nothing beats
convenient.
Right.
Convenient. Be sitting on your sofa in your pajamas, laid back, playing your games. Like it's the best feeling in the world.
It's like, you know, when people talk about how they want to be on a porch when it's raining with their coffee. Like, I want to do that with my Steam Deck and some coffee.
Yeah.
I
I have my like cookies, and I'm over there like the cat's curled up beside me. Yeah.
I want the OLED also, but I'm holding out just a little bit to see if they can announce something that's like.
Yeah, I told my daughter too. I was like, if you want to pay to get that one fixed, it's yours. I'm not paying to get it fixed.
That's what's up. Want to go ahead?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Charisse, anything else for you?
Oh yeah, I'm
sidetracked.
You're fine.
Miss Delilah.
Yes. So for me, first of all, welcome everybody. Thanks for rocking out with us today. I've been playing The Outer Worlds, a game that I actually put down 2 years ago. And the only reason why I decided to jump back into that game was because I've been really hyped on Avowed. And same team, same development group working on Avowed, completed The Outer Worlds. And I jumped back in, and I'm working on some of the companion quests, just kind of going through them, solving them, and leveling up. And I just completely forgot how fun that game is. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna jump in here and play about an hour, maybe hour 15. 3.5 hours later, I was like, dang, it's late. I need to go get some sleep. Well, I find myself rushing this morning and popping a 5-hour energy just to kind of make it here for the podcast. So y'all bear with me today. And that's pretty much it. So outside of like the one-off Starfield runs, it's been Outer Worlds this week. So
that's you.
Simply because, like I said, hype for Avowed. I've been watching. I checked out the Kind of Funny interview, Gamescast. They did an interview with the development team, and they started talking about like the branching stories and stuff. And so, yeah, I was like, man, I related. And they mentioned the Outer Worlds, and I was like, I gotta finish that game because I think I was kind of towards the end of it anyway. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's everyone. I think. This is I don't know. I don't think Des, do you play Elden Ring?
I watch people play Elden Ring. I have a lot of negativity in my life, and I don't need to add more.
Yeah,
same. I feel you on that part.
Yeah. It was one of the reasons why it took me until the very last minute to pick it back up when the DLC dropped. But me, along with 5 million other people, have picked up Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree. So I'm sure it's more than that now because it said just within the first 3 days.
Impressive.
But it has taken over again, just like it did when it initially dropped. So I kind of wanted to just talk about how you guys feel about that, because this hasn't really happened, I think, for a game in a long time where
for a DLC.
Its first iteration was received well and its DLC is received well.
Are they doing any more?
Anyone can jump in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to ask. Are they doing any more DLCs?
I don't think they've announced anything. The lady doesn't think they're going to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually with Soulborn type of games, they only got one DLC. You might get a rarity of 2, but I think based on what I played with Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, they had one DLC. So.
Do you think they might have another DLC just because this one has done so well?
Success, yeah.
I hope so for my biased ass. I hope so.
All right. And then I'm like, this is my first Souls games I've even been able to play because that you happen to beat the first boss just to get in the door was always an issue for me. So and like you said, Des, I'm not about to sit here and bang my head. At least in Elden Ring, I can say, okay, I'm not ready for you. Yeah. Let me go and try to get beefy and come back.
Yeah. That's the best part about Elden Ring.
It is.
Be like, okay, I'm too weak for this. Let me go do something else.
So when you coming back, Delilah?
Once I finish Outer Worlds.
Oh my God. You brought Outer Worlds into this mix. We had already talked about this. You had already said,
come on, y'all.
You just brought in a new game.
When I'm ready. How about that? When I'm ready.
Damn.
That's forever and a day. That's forever and a day. She not. She gotta do is touch the hand.
Listen, Elden Ring takes a lot of mental capacity. Okay, it takes a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. So right now, man, with Outer Worlds, I'm paying attention to the story. I'm really engaged with the characters. I'm invested.
Oh, she's
with Elden Ring. I'm just I don't feel like grinding. I don't feel like planning and
That's fine. That FOMO gonna get to you.
utilizing their bootleg multiplayer. I don't feel like it's
The multiplayer is super shitty. Like they really
so
need to do
bootleg.
something about that. Like I should just be able to say I went to join Lady's game and it set me at the nearest Grace. You don't even have to set me where she is. Just set me at the nearest Grace to her. Okay, she's not talking to me.
No. I'm listening to
Yeah.
you because it's absolutely correct. You got to put your finger down. Then you got to use
Half the time it don't work.
half time is delayed. Half time. By the time I think she's not coming, I undo it.
Yeah.
And she comes in, and I'm like, dang, for real. So when me, LBOOGIE, and Buzz were playing, shout out to Xbox, because we just had like the last week was just us three exploring the world. It takes us like a good maybe 5 minutes to get everybody together. That's a long time.
Yeah,
Like
that's
sometimes
longer.
10 minutes,
So
wasting just trying to get everybody in the same level. Oh, and then you don't have your horses together, so you gotta walk. So if there's any jumping involved and somebody dies, I gotta go all the way back.
Question: who has a worse multiplayer, Elden Ring or Monster
I
Hunter?
already knew you were gonna say that. It's Monster Hunter,
shit.
hands down.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter, hands down.
At least we can play together.
Right, because Monster Hunter just like quit on us for like months. Like, yo, we know this isn't working, but
That's one gripe about Elden Ring.
Yo, I
And
hope they fix that in the new Monster Hunter game.
when Elden Ring came out,
you break it up a little bit, lady.
you have a slew of people.
All right, she bring it up for y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, making sure I'm not tripping.
I
All
might
right,
have
she'll
to
come
try Elden Ring at some point. I don't know.
No, you don't.
I feel like-
Don't
No.
fall for it. Don't
Don't
fall
fall
for
for
it.
it.
Elden Ring came
I
out.
fell for it and I
It
absolutely
was
hated it.
a hype,
Okay.
Hold on,
and
I'm gonna do this.
I think
Hopefully
that just made
It's
it
not
more
even
popular.
letting me mute her,
than
and it's just being slow.
What?
You guys
It
gonna have
must
to
be
bear
a
with us on that.
connection. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
a connection thing. Yeah.
Come on, let me mute her. There we go. She'll come back. All right. But yeah, I feel like you play Baldur's Gate, which is also hard, and it's
You feel like Baldur's Gate is hard?
I do.
Yeah, but I get
don't
a
know.
fucking Baldur's Gate. I can't do that in Elden Ring.
No,
You do get to do that in Baldur's Gate, which is just a nice
so
touch.
you get to
It's a
reprieve
nice touch.
because of the adult content.
Yeah, hey, I get.
But isn't it like different game? Like the gameplay mechanics are different,
Oh, yeah.
right? Yeah,
It is, but that's why I said, and it's a different way. But I think
right.
it's
I
hard.
do play hard games. Like I don't want to say I don't play hard games. I think it just depends on my mood. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. When you talk
No,
about Elden Ring, because I don't play a lot of Souls likes.
Right.
The fact that I can go back and get stronger just to like kick ass later is something that I don't mind grinding because I'm petty and vindictive like that in games to the point where like I'm like two hitting you and you're just dead. It just makes me feel very powerful.
Right.
So
because that's what games are for.
yes.
Like, you know?
That's why the game you're playing right now, I was so irritated with like how hard it started at first, right?
The
Because
one
I was
that
like,
you see on the screen.
yeah, I was like,
Okay,
let me
that's
jump
Reese
into
playing,
River
too.
City Girls. Like
Yeah.
some of that, the first boss fight was ridiculous. I don't know how you felt about that, CHAREECE, but like
I want to
messaged-
say it's in this video, but I'm not sure. But like that first boss almost made me stop playing this whole entire
I
game.
stopped playing for a minute and I messaged one of the people who worked on it and I was like, that was unnecessary.
No, you should have signed my name to it too, because I was like, this is
It's a bit much. It's the first boss. Calm
Right.
down.
Like you didn't have to knock me in the dirt like
Right.
right away.
It wasn't. It was like aggressively hard for no reason whatsoever. And I think it's in this clip too. That
Oh,
when
it's coming up. It does look like a boss area.
yeah, this helpful.
There you go.
I was like, what the fuck? Sorry.
I did beat her. Sorry, I did beat her. The one who was like, I don't know, like there's it doesn't grow exponentially. Like it's like, okay, you beat this boss, right? Which she was hard. It took me maybe like 3 times to get past her, but I could not get past the second boss, like up on the building. Like I would get so close, and that's because he had like 50 million fucking attacks, and it was like he needs like 3. Like y'all just you're making it hard to make it hard, and it's just unnecessary, right? So
yeah, I get that in Elden Ring too sometimes. Like some of the bosses, you're just like, why does he have to move like this? Like,
didn't it take someone
so hard?
I was watching. Well, no, I was talking to the level 1 fam or whatever, and we were talking about, and I'm so sorry I forgot this guy's name, but like he just beat something in Elden Ring and took him 100 hours to beat the final boss or something like that. There's no way I would spend 100 hours trying to beat the boss.
Absolutely. You know, I was surprised. Yeah, not trying to beat one boss, but I was surprised how much time I have in Elden Ring. Like I have like 140 hours.
Have you beat it?
No.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Right. So like,
and when you have to go to New Game Plus, then you have to fight everybody over again.
Oh, okay.
And I don't quite want to do that. Like,
no, that's fair.
And so like Lady has done it 5 times. So when we went to the new area, we found out that all her bosses were harder than our bosses.
Oh wow.
Xbuds had only done it once, and I hadn't done it at all. So my bosses were the easiest ones. So the first couple bosses, they came to my area and we like wiped them easy. But then when we go to Ladies, it would be harder.
I see. Okay.
Y'all got it. That's wow.
They can have it. I can't do it.
It's still fun because like yesterday, all I did yesterday was explore and find things I needed for a specific build. Because now I want to try some magic, and like now I want to be able to go around and fuck people with magic. So,
are you gonna do a completely respec?
Yeah, I already respec. I went to rebirth.
That's one thing that's great about Elden Ring, though. Like you could just completely just change your play style. It it costs you, but it's worth it. Like,
yeah, it does cost you, but yeah, I was like, I saw a video of a guy and he was playing, and I was like, yo, he's making this look very easy with this build. So let me put on what he has on.
Yeah.
I need to try it. I need to play some games with you guys. I just fall into a routine of playing with the same one person for everything that I play. It's usually because they hit me up and they're like, are we gonna play games tonight? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But I did try, because I think I'm a trash person at FPS, I did try Fortnite, and I am happy to say that anytime I've played Fortnite, my team has won.
Nice.
I think Fortnite is easier compared to some of the FPS you guys play. I may be wrong because I don't play I played like PBS before. But Fortnite seems very, how do I say? I think a casual person could jump into Fortnite and pick it up rather quickly versus something like COD or any of those other ones.
Easy to jump in, hard to master, basically.
Yeah.
I think that they've like intentionally done that too, because in the beginning it wasn't really like that. Because I've played Fortnite from we're building the base and everything, like the OG Fortnite before it came to FPS stuff. So I've noticed it has gotten a lot easier for me to win, and it seems like it's easier for people to catch on to how the mechanics work.
Yeah.
But
which is smart on their
part. Yeah. It prints money, right?
So is no build still the most popular? I mean, is build still popular versus no build or with Fortnite, or is it just kind of like whatever?
I don't know personally, but I know that I refuse to play on build. So you will never catch me playing on build. But,
yeah, I've never done build before.
It's unnecessarily hard.
Yeah, I just jump in. I don't want to play any games that are unnecessarily hard. Like, I just want to kind of enjoy it, which is probably why I haven't gone back to River City Girls. It's really cute, and I want to play it again, but like, I don't want to be pissed off if I can't beat a boss. So
I so would love to clone this game. I love side scroll beat 'em ups. Like, I think they're great.
Yes.
So
I want to make a game one day, like that's reminiscent of like Streets of Rage. Like Streets of Rage.
Exactly.
It's
that's the one I played with
specifically
you
two.
guys.
Dragon.
All of those. Like I miss them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I played that. The only time I played that was with the ladies. We played it, and then the only time I ever played games like this was like at arcades. And I guess I'm old now, but I'm old enough to when I was a kid, I went to arcades all the time. Like I love that shit.
Yeah. A lot of couch co-op too. I miss that. I would love to bring that back. It's a little harder now. A lot of these games try to do
somebody to come over too.
Yeah. Because when you had siblings, right, you would just play the games with the siblings. But I hope that some of the old games, I don't think they'll do this, but if they could make some of the old games like online compatible, so you still get that experience of playing with someone. Like I would love to play.
Yeah,
that Poppy and Rocky, all of those games.
I think we did that with Turtles, right? When they had that.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, the new one, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the netcode has to be really good for that too, because it's just the reaction time has to be on point. So it's difficult to pull off.
I don't care. Pull it off.
Right.
All right, so there were like a couple of items for discourse on Twitter this week, but the lighter one, which seemed to be like kind of asinine to me. I don't even know why people were saying this, but Xbox announced a new way for you to stream your games. You can now use Kindle. They're partnered with Amazon to do that, which I feel like they already have a relationship because of Mixer and whatnot from before. Anywho's, they announced it and people were talking about, like, I don't know, like this is the death of Xbox again, once again. I don't know how we divulge into these type of conversations, but it's there. So what do you guys think about this new way to play?
So I thought it was, people are mad because they feel like if you don't have a console, then your people of choice will like shut down or whatever. Not realizing that again, these companies don't really make money off consoles. They make money off the sale of the game.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that part, or they just don't want to. And
I think it's the latter.
And for the longest time, Microsoft has said that they don't really care about this if you buying the console. They want you to get
real upfront about it, right?
Yeah, like, they want you to get into the ecosystem. And if there's another avenue for you to get into the ecosystem, just sitting on your couch and playing with your controller, and they even tell you, they even let you play with the PlayStation controller on your TV. Like, they just care if it's a Bluetooth controller. I think it's awesome. It's a now you have literally no issue not getting into game, especially if you want Game Pass. You Game Pass Core, which is like what, $10 a month? I have no idea. I don't know. Just get your Fire Stick. Like, I'm sure even a jailbroken one that you already got might work. Like,
right.
So just play it.
Yeah, because the Amazon Fire Stick, like if it's just the regular Fire Stick, right, not the 4K one or whatever, right, you can get that in a couple of weeks on Prime weekend for like $10.
But they know,
if you don't have a TV or whatever that already has the app, then this is like easy. Buy this and a controller, $70, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I think it's a smart move. I think what they're trying to, I would have seen them partnering up with Netflix if Netflix hasn't tried to start their own gaming, thing. But I think this is just something that people need to get over as we move forward. Things are going to change. Things have always changed. The gaming industry is still very young compared to like a lot of these other industries. It's still growing and figuring itself out. But if I was in business, I would be trying to get my games everywhere possible that people were able to access them. Especially because you have places where it's like, I don't want to buy a console, but I'll buy something that's $10 and still play the game, right? That's really smart business-wise. And the fact that I'm still on this, and I'll be on this till the day I die. The fact that they didn't sell the Black Panther Xbox, so many of us would have bought it.
Right.
Let me know, like,
Yeah.
yo, you know, because they've been putting out some dope modifications for it. Like they did the Barbie Dreamhouse one.
Yeah.
They did the SpongeBob one, and people were hyped. People wanted to buy it, and they were like, "No, we just did one."
Like, I don't think I want to do, but you know, when they came out for the wraps for Starfield, like, why didn't they make more wraps?
Yeah. I'm like, y'all announced wraps like it was about to be the next
Big thing. Yeah.
I was at work. I pinged somebody at work about it. I was like, "Where's the wraps at? Like, why y'all aren't selling any more wraps?" And it's like, "Oh, it's a history of like trying to get it takes a long time apparently to get the print set up for certain things." And it's like, man, y'all need to that's y'all just losing money. Like, that's money.
Right.
Like, so
I mean, yeah. There's been a couple of, you know, where we're like, you guys are leaving money on the table for sure.
mm-hmm.
But I think that this is definitely one of those smarter business moves by Microsoft or Xbox, where it's like, we're just trying to get you into the system, like we've all said. I think everybody here pretty much knows, right?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I would say for me, like, what I hate seeing though, just it's like people take this as a sign if they don't care about console, and when people don't realize that this doesn't mean that they don't care about console. You know, this is like if you know how the infrastructure is set up, the Xbox hardware is in the cloud, so the R&D for developing that console is already, you know, it's
right.
That's why I feel like console isn't going anywhere. You know, and for me, it's like a smart move, because we all know that it was rumored that they were working on like some sort of streaming device, digital device. But it's like, now with them teaming with Amazon, do you really think they were going to be able to match that price point? Like, no. I mean, you can find a stream Fire Stick for like, what somebody said, $10. Like, getting that price point and then trying to market your own streaming device, and then for that device to only be able to do Xbox stuff. It's like, man, it's such a smart play to me.
Yeah, right.
Because that means you can plug a Fire Stick into a monitor. You can plug a Fire Stick into anything. It's like, I'm surprised they didn't partner with like Google. I mean, it's in some ways I understand why they didn't.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you know. Yeah.
And then you know, because like you mentioned earlier, like with Mixer and stuff like that. So I believe Mixer went to Facebook though, and so
I think they had a direct deal, but I don't know. I feel like they've done a few things, but yeah.
I feel like, so to me, this one, the partnership with Amazon was a little bit like, huh, what? But then it makes me realize, like, what is Luna must not be doing all that.
We forget about Luna all the time.
Right. Like, who's using Luna? I haven't heard anyone say, oh yeah, Luna's fire. Like, Luna's dope, or like, ever.
No.
You know? So
no, I don't know nothing about Luna.
Yeah, so to me, this is a great business move. Super smart. They don't have to, you know, worry about hardware. It's kind of like, I look at the situation the same way. I look at VR. No, VR.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, VR, you know, PlayStation VR, you know, they did their own thing. Then you have Meta. And so Microsoft's like, well, look, we're going to partner with one of those. You know what I mean? So we know that they're partnering with Meta for the VR thing. So it's like, cool. Now I got to spend a whole lot of money on something that's unproven.
Right.
Yeah, fine. Let's make the business decision and the moves to give our customers that option while we continue to focus on just delivering great games. But trust me on this, y'all. Console is still a very important piece to the entire puzzle, because again, that cloud, that's what it's built on. Those consoles are what's you know, using the cloud.
They're actual like consoles in the server. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's the hardware base.
They did unveil some new consoles at Summer Games Fest.
It was just colors, right? And an extended hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just what your typical kind of like soft refresh it happens every, you know, generation, every cycle, like midway through this generation. And like, here's some new, you know, more hard drive space, smaller console, maybe. I don't think they did that in this case, but
no, they looked about the same size.
Right, it looked identical. Yeah. I mean, but you know, low key, because I'm very about my aesthetic. I want the white one just to go in my setup, because like, everything I got is like, everything is white.
That's what I keep hearing. Everybody's like, I want the white one. I don't like white consoles because they tend to turn yellow over time.
Only if you have sunlight touching them.
Yeah, I have a big ass window like right here.
Yeah.
Because my Wii, I remember when this is aging me, but I remember when they first released the Wii and it was only in white, and then they released the black one, and you could actually go to GameStop and switch it out with like a cost of money. So like my whole setup is black just because but it would be better with the Black Panther Xbox.
Well, I mean, you know, I got the Halo one, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Not wrong. You're definitely not wrong.
Yeah, if they would have released them so much, I would definitely have bought at least 2 of them. Maybe.
Yeah. One in the box and one out for show. Definitely.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you remember when a few months back I was complaining about the Halo limited edition Xbox?
Yes, I was
finally
so
got
mad.
one.
You got one? Okay.
Yeah. Oh
awesome.
My God. That was
I'm telling you this. When it happened, I was like, Delilah, do you want me to get this? And she was like, no, I'll
Me thinking I could check at work, like I could pick somebody at work and like no.
But they were like, they were
gone. Like bots were buying. I remember when they released it, and I was like just sitting online for like maybe 2 hours refreshing, trying to like get one, and I couldn't.
Well, then now I know I was blessed because I was
it was so hard.
So salty. Because I had to pay. I think I paid like $110 over retail.
Shit.
Yeah, ridiculous. But
that's
I got it.
Bad.
That's right there. Like, when you really
double,
want something.
You know? Like,
yeah.
Sorry, Dad. I didn't even cut you off.
That's okay. No, I was just saying it's worth it.
I'm cool. Like, I'm chilling now. I'm like, finally.
You have it just like sitting out now, or
it's still in the box in the closet. I haven't even. I just left it in the box. I'm like, cool. You know, make sure I open it up, make sure it's in there. Like, that's it.
I swear that it's like all of our whole generation. Like we're collectors.
We are. Fame and Baron get so mad at me because I have consoles that I've bought and I've not opened them. Like I have a PS5 and I've not opened it. But I feel like when I do open it, I want like the proper setup. Like that's really important to me.
The glass case and all that.
If I don't have that, it's okay sitting in the box. If I'm not actively playing it. So
you get it. You get it.
Yes, I understand. I understand.
I have the limited edition Steel Sea of Thieves controller. That one's hard to find now. They no longer in print. I have the limited edition Gears controller, the one with the claws, like the
best one. Then you know what? They should do a reimagined version of that controller for the new game.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
But and if you ever was to go and price those limited edition controllers and consoles out, they're ridiculously priced. Like they're really high, like thousands of dollars. So it's
you
like
want to keep them in mint condition.
Exactly.
No, I understand. I get clowned so hard. They're like, but you don't play. I also have like a gaming PC, so I don't feel like I'm missing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not. You're really not.
Yeah, one of the guys, well, I guess both of the guys that Lady and I play with now, they both now have PCs, and they're just like, I no longer need to buy anything on console. Like I can play with my Xbox controller.
Yes.
Game Pass Ultimate, like everything is here.
Got mine right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I love this one. I don't know if you've seen this one, but I did
this.
That one was
very
nice.
Purple one. And it just came out so nice. Like
that's
the new Design Your Own Elite is like, yeah.
I'm upset because I got one with cherry blossoms on it and I forgot it in California. Like my friend has it. He has it. It's in the box.
Oh, okay.
But I forgot it when I was out there earlier this year. But it was like bomb. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, Nike's supposed to be killing it with the controllers though, because Genji's mom mentioned the Starfield controller. That one's a nice one too.
Yeah.
So yeah, they big on that. I don't know. At some point, I'm like, are they gonna do something different with the controller? Like eventually, like they got to be thinking about it, right? Like I would hope so.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, I feel like they are. I think. You know what I told you? I think they're going to do haptic feedback, like the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's probably like that's literally the only thing that I like about the
you can the tension, you can feel the tension. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have the battery life of the PlayStation 5 controller.
Oh, girl, listen. But you gotta keep it plugged up. Like you gotta,
girl.
I mean, I'm assuming they would still use the same, battery or upgraded version because, like,
I like the option. I love having the battery pack because like you could choose. Okay, well I'm gonna pop some batteries in here, or I can use the play and charge kit. Like it's to me, it's the best of both worlds. I would never understand why people try to clown that option. You know, it trips me out. Like
they because they're stupid and they're trying to save. You know,
people always find something.
Like they're cheap in some way. Yeah.
I
don't know. But no, you're good. I mean, I like that.
Like controller and hardware tangent, you know.
That's good.
No, because it makes sense though. But because now that they have put Xbox on Fire Sticks, the controller and accessories will start selling more because again, you need a controller to play with this. Right. So it's like hand in hand. Oh, like that's what you're gonna sell during the Prime Day: the Fire Stick and Xbox controllers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like it's really a really simple way of explaining it is like. Everyone would have a Porsche if the barrier to entry was cheaper.
Yep.
Right.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So, like, everyone is going to have Xbox because the barrier of entry is cheaper now. Like, you're going to have more people, more parents, like that will be putting controllers in children's hands for an Xbox system that they can get into for so cheap.
Yeah, and wait till the holidays, like when they start bundling stuff. Like, look, you get the Fire Stick with the controller for blah blah blah, and then you get Ultimate Game Pass with, like, it's a wrap, y'all. It's gonna be everywhere, like everywhere. But it comes down to like marketing execution. They have to be smart about how they market this and how they roll it out because it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, this will be great, and then people still don't know about it because. You'll be surprised. Like, hey, I'll talk to my nephew. He didn't even know what Game Pass was. Yeah. You know, and
I will say that too. Yeah, like especially, I don't know what it is about the like 10 to probably 14 demo of boys that like they are just glued into PlayStation, like just fed into that system. They don't even know anything that's happening with Xbox.
Well, you go with what's popular, what your friends are talking about.
But it's just like odd to me that I think they're all fit into that.
Xbox doesn't market itself as well as it could. If you think about like during like the old console wars, like everybody knew about Sega, everybody knew about Super Nintendo. Like you knew what was coming out on what, right?
Right. Yeah.
Nowadays, I think people see that games are coming out, but they don't really pay attention unless they're like us. They're not really paying attention to what they're coming out on.
Or used to playing the same set of games that's on everything, like your Call of Duty, your sports games, the casual Fortnite, Roblox, like everything that's just those titles are typically everywhere.
Yep.
And so
to play devil's advocate, I feel like you could kind of say that with the way the market is trending, you could key to the consoles going away. That's just not the way that people play. Because if we have most people going into multi-platform type games, there's be less and less incentive to make games, console specific, and people. Yeah, go ahead.
To me, it feels like, you remember when everybody had a VCR?
Yeah.
And then everybody had a DVD player. And then consoles started allowing you to play DVDs. So like people would just use their like, I still use my PS3. It's the best DVD player I have, right? I think even though like, I think a lot of us who grew up with consoles, like we don't want to see it go because that's kind of like, that's when it started, right? It started with our generation. Absolutely. But I do think that maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, everything will be online, and getting a console will be kind of like, I got it because I'm a huge fan and I really love it. But I think the quantity that they produce and push out is going to, the only exception is anything coming out of Japan, because Japan does what Japan wants and does not care about what everybody else does.
Right.
I mean, they sold us a cardboard box.
Well, see, this only works though if the online infrastructure is like optimum. Like it's got to be 1-to-1. It can't be any latency. It's got to be latency free. And I feel like we're just not there yet. And so games that play natively are still way better than games that play.
I mean, we're talking about forecasting, right? So,
I'm thinking like 5 to 10 years from now.
So we're talking about like years out. This could be a thing. Like it's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen next year, and it's probably not going to happen the year after. But we're heading in that direction.
Yeah.
I
think Xbox is, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think Xbox is laying down that foundation by saying we want to put our games on, even on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Now they're putting them on Fire Stick. I also think it's really important because I think sometimes we think in a bubble of like Western cultures and us being able to have access to these things,
right?
But like putting these games in the hands of people who only have mobile, right? Like mobile is so huge and people don't even realize how big it is because not everybody, but like the majority of people have a phone,
right,
and access these games.
When you like you said, when you think outside of the U.S., you'll have people who that is their only screen that they have. They don't have like multiple TVs in the house and stuff like that. Like that is their screen. Yeah,
and if you think about it, like cloud streaming is already on phones. It's already in the browser. Like it's already everywhere. That's why I've been trying to drive that point home. It's like it's already everywhere. I don't understand why this is, it's such a surprise to people. Why they feel some sort of level of like, oh, I need to protect all. It's got to be, the console this and console that. It's like, look, it's been everywhere for a long time already. You're just now starting to pay attention and notice it because you're so used to playing it a certain way. But like I said, like sometimes when I'm doing cloud streaming, though, it takes me maybe sometimes longer than usual to get into a game, and so I'm like, they need to. That's what I'm trying to, drive home. It's like they need to fix that part. Like the infrastructure has to be premium. Like if you ever played, have y'all ever tried? Was it NVIDIA's GeForce Now?
No, but I've heard good things.
It's so good. It is so good. I don't know what they need to do. I'll be calling them on the phone trying to figure out like how do y'all get y'all because it is so really, really, really well done. So yeah, I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see. I think people need to just kind of, stop thinking such like closed-minded when it comes to these things. And I do think, consoles will be an option. I mean, because think about how people, end up going back to like vinyl and having vinyl collections and stuff like that. And that doesn't mean that digital music isn't like great or isn't the preferred way to consume music, but it's just like, people like us, collectors, and want to have things, legacy. To me, it'll just be an option. That's it.
Yeah. So I have another one for you guys. Before I get these super chats, I have another one for you guys. So, talking about how we're talking and how it's going to get to where we're seeing, right? Do you see, because we're collectors, that consoles could potentially get more expensive because they're going to produce? It's going to be more of like. Well, the collectors is the whole console. Yeah.
I think they'll release less, and I think they'll do it in batches. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Almost like shoes. Is that what you're talking about? Like,
oh god, almost like
limited release.
Look at your reaches, I know.
I honestly think like, okay, so I think what they've been doing. They've been testing the market to see what it's like to release themed consoles and seeing how much people want them. I think moving into the future, packaging it with a game, or not like a game, but packaging it with a movie and a design like that, like almost like when you go to the movies and now they do those specialty popcorn boxes, but you got to get them while they last. I think that's probably the way that they go. And then we have to remember everything goes around in cycles, right? Like people are now picking up record players again, because you mentioned vinyl. People are looking for like Walkmans again. I think, I think part of it is going to be, we're moving into a place where it's really going to be handheld and it's going to be gaming on the go, gaming online, and consoles will be like this niche thing where it's like, hey, next year we're releasing, I don't know, like 800 of these. Make sure you get them while you get them. That's how I feel. So I don't think console will ever go away. But do you think it will not be the forerunner?
If they ever release 800 of anything, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Oh yeah. Yeah.
eBay will make a tutelage.
Oh my god.
Definitely will. Do you guys know off chance how many they released of the Halo one? Because those sold out really, really quick.
They did.
I don't know.
I don't know though. No.
I'll try to find out, but I don't know. That's a great question. Because I know I was pissed when I couldn't get one.
Because I thought they were going to keep making more, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But they
Yeah.
were like, they had a very limited supply, and
Right.
then once that was done, that was done. So I think that's what's going to happen in the future. Because listen, I would have bought the TMNT one, I would have bought the Barbie house
Yeah.
one, I would have copped them all.
Yeah.
I
There was
know,
a
it's
lot.
so crazy when you think about it like that. Like if they were available, I would have bought a lot of them.
Yeah. Because I'm saying that's one of my biggest regrets, man. It was like, Boogie was like, I can get you like.
I think I remember that conversation because it was like you got to be quick. To, like
I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, you know.
Right. Because I think that I had like, I know I was working from home. It was like COVID time, right? Like when
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
COVID time.
yeah. And I don't know, my internet over there in that little apartment was fan-fucking-tastic. I got a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah,
Like,
I think you also got me my Xbox, not just
Yeah.
like
It was a minute there where I was like finding people Xboxes.
Maxes,
I was
yeah.
like,
And
shout
Boogie
out to
also got
Boogie
lucky
Internet.
on the graphics cards too. Like,
Yeah.
always lucky. You always getting like the deals and stuff. I'm like,
No, but for the graphics card, I literally drove down an hour and a half from where I live to wait in line at like 4:00 in the morning for Best Buy to open to get a Founders Edition because I didn't want to have to pay like the crazy prices. So
that was
I'm
during
like,
the crypto mining era. Like,
Right.
all the hard drives.
So-
All the graphics cards were like overly like 10 times.
Right.
Typical
so I
retail
paid the $1,200 that they are charging for the 3080 Ti, and not like people were paying like $3,000. Like, no,
Nah.
yeah. So it was worth
Fun
it.
times, man. Fun times.
Yeah. All right. So coming toward the I didn't even get the super chats. I almost forgot. So Sir X-Men with both of these $2 super chats. Thank you very much. So the first one says 35-hour Elite Controller 2 is still the best. Yes, I think all of us agree. We love the Elite 2 controller.
I swear I barely charge it. Like, it's wild.
Yeah, like
just
weeks,
came on.
right?
Yeah.
And then the next one, anyone doing the Steam Summer Game Sale? I am. I'm taking a look at it, but I probably should, especially if my new OLED is coming. You know?
I know, right?
I'm jealous.
So bad that anything that I buy or plan on buying, it has to be able to play on my Steam Deck. Like, if it's not,
They actually have done really well. I feel like with the Steam Deck on, because at the very beginning it was like there wasn't a lot, but they picked up pretty quickly. Like we have to make sure stuff can play.
Yeah.
So have y'all? I mean, expanded your storage? Or do you just like still use?
Yeah, mine is right here out of the old one. It's gonna go into the new one as soon as it gets here.
no, I have not yet because I still have plenty of storage. But I feel like I need to go ahead and buy a SD card.
Did you get the 1 terabyte one then?
Yes.
Oh, you're hilarious. I bought the 512.
I bought the 1 terabyte too.
Because I can just get the storage.
Yeah, like the same hardware.
Right.
I'm super lazy, and I don't like to like delete games or take anything out. It's just
I don't
like give me
like to.
whatever.
I bought the expandable.
Oh, well, I don't think when they first offered it, because I bought the Steam Deck when it first came out, I didn't see anything about extra storage. It just had the 3 that you could buy, and I just picked the largest one.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I got the 1 terabyte. I was like, you know what? I don't like deleting stuff, and I'm lazy.
I was about, I'm like, look, you could have spent $20 more and gotten.
So like, you got the Founders, the one with the case and all. It came with like all the little pack. Okay, bet.
Yeah. Because you had to sign up early and pre-order it, right? So I was like, let me just get. And y'all are gonna get so mad at me. I've turned it on once.
Oh my god!
And because I'm so used to playing the Switch. I feel like it's heavy.
It is very heavy.
It is heavy.
And I get tired, and I'm like, let me just go to my computer and play games.
There is something to that, because like I noticed that when I'm playing Elden Ring, which I have to press a lot of buttons for, which if you're playing Switch type games, I would imagine you're pressing a lot of buttons, that my hands do get fatigued more.
Yeah.
And I think that they probably need to adjust how those grips are working.
Yeah.
And maybe
that make them detachable, right? Because like I don't want to just, like I get some people just rest it and like play like that, but
Right.
like I don't usually do that. Like I'm sitting up playing it, right? Or you're on
Right.
a plane or something that's not comfortable to do, and I just find it very heavy. So if they ever do something similar to the Switch where you can detach it and just set it up and play it, that would be great. I mean, like then it would be a Switch, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now it's very heavy.
And to me, it can be a Switch. Just let me be able to play games other than Nintendo.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think that we're going to continue to see iterations in the handheld market.
Oh,
in
yeah.
this more, you know, because if it wasn't for, what was it, Wii U, we wouldn't have these, you know, because they really like started these like handheld screen game consoles. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I really wanted to talk about this one because we have Delilah and Des here. So this one was how AI is impacting gaming. King has started to use AI in development, and there was a couple of like key points in this article that I really wanted to talk about because I thought, as someone who also works in software development, some of the things they try to emphasize as something good, I feel like for us, we know it's not, you know? So like they talk about how the AI is helping them is that when a developer makes a level, the AI is able to go in and test to see if it's hitting like certain metrics or if it's quote fun, if it's going to keep players engaged, stuff like that. So they're like, so devs don't have to spend any time play testing. They're able to just code all the time. And I'm like, that does not sound like a benefit to anyone but you, the boss.
Right. So like when I read through the article, and like for me, what I picked up on was that they're using it to test the designer's levels. Like designer go through it, they you know make these the whole entire structure, the concepts run through it, and then they mimic a human and they go through and play test those levels. So it cuts down on like cost for quality.
Yeah. QA. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like this is the only possible benefit. It's the fact that you're using it as more of an additive instead of like you're trying to replace designers. You're using it as a way to help and move things along. So maybe we could cut development time from being, you know, what's the average right now? It's like 5 to 7 years to maybe 3 to 5, you know, hopefully with AI. And to me, I think like, you know, you got other software platforms like Houdini that's able to dynamically generate levels and things like that. So as long as they're not trying to replace designers, because as a designer, like I'm like, no,
right.
Like no,
right.
You know?
But it's like when, like,
I think that's probably
where's the line.
Yeah, I feel like that's where they're going to go
at some point. Creativity, though, like to me, it's like
for sure.
Only way AI works is by looking at what's already in existence, right? It has to have a base, and then it takes that base and it creates you create a model from that base, and it reads that base and then tries to create something new. It doesn't have a level of creativity in it. It just mimics.
Right.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's the flaw in AI. It has to have a base. And so with no base, then what is it going to do? How is it going to get this information? How is it going to build anything? And to me, that's why I feel like you have to protect creativity, period. If you don't, it's going to always end up being a problem. I think as far as improving costs, you know, streamlining the design and development, cool. But it has to be, you have to
be thoughtful.
Yeah, it has to be smart, thoughtful, and non-invasive. So
I wanted to hear your thoughts too, Des.
I think that's probably like we're probably going to go down the road that nobody who works in creative wants to go down at some point.
Right.
I know that there are places that are already doing that. You know what I mean? Like cutting down the cost on writers because they're using AI. They're putting in prompts and just the general idea. To me, even though like I definitely feel like we need to create like creativity and artists in general, but that's just never how it's been historically. Usually the first thing that gets cut when it's like a budget of a game, it's the advertising, it's the people creating those things. which
They
really
realize they need them
sucks.
later. Then they realize, oh yeah, we need to hire those good people back. Because
Yeah. And then you have like certain games and AAA companies that are just coming out with sequels of like the same game, but just changing a little bit of it up, right? If they could get an AI to do the same thing, that's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're making another, I don't know, football game. We're going to change the look of it just a bit, but the mechanics are basically the same.
Identical. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people will still buy it.
Right.
Every year.
So all I know, which I know is not going to happen, is if they do utilize AI in the way that I'm pretty sure they will, the price of these games need to come down, but they're not. They're going to find an excuse.
Right.
Oh, man.
Right.
That is
you guys are finding ways to cut costs, but we're not going to receive any of those costs.
Yeah.
Like that's why I try to explain to people all the time too. Like we bear the costs and we get no benefit of any reduction in their costs.
Yeah.
I mean, we see even with digital, right? So things went digital.
Man, listen.
You no longer have to print CDs. You no longer have to print plastic boxes or sleeves or any of that shit. Did we get
no
any cost benefit
shipping?
to that?
None of that.
No.
Right. That is. So
and some of those costs, they're like, well, we're creating bigger games, and I'm like, okay, but not all of them are bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Nintendo want to create bigger games. What are we doing?
Right. Yeah, like if anyone could have given us a solid, price reduction, it would have been Nintendo.
Right. And part of it is also like, not every game needs to be a movie or a cinematic, thriller, or anything like that. Like
people view that.
And then they just use that as an excuse, and it's like, okay, well, if you want to do something that you want to do and you want to create it that way, that's fine. But like we shouldn't be shouldering the cost of that. Like unless it's some experience that we've never experienced before, and like we get a gold nugget at the end of it, like legit gold, like you ship it to me. I shouldn't be paying $70 or $80. And that's just in the US. Can you imagine how much it costs in other places just because of the inflation?
Yeah, Canada.
Who was it? Did you see that price that Doom posted? So we looked at a book for Diablo. It was like the art book or whatever for Diablo 4. And it was like 23, 25, something like that. It was under $30 here in the US.
It was $22 and some change.
Yeah, right. And when she showed us the price in Australia, it was $68. I was like, sheesh. I don't know.
Anything physical in Australia is going to cost a mint because it takes the shipping to get to Australia is like crazy. But that's crazy though.
Like, was that Doom? Was that Doom Cutie that posted that? Okay.
It was just between us, but yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, I'm just saying, it was like she posted it on Twitter. Yeah. But
yeah. I think AI could be beneficial, but obviously anytime something comes out, people jump on it and they just run it into the ground. That's how I felt about this. Super random. That's how I felt about 3D animation. Like when Disney was like, we're not going to do 2D movies anymore. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then everybody was doing 3D, right? And then you had people, and then there was like a difference in quality.
Remember how like crazy it was?
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Like everybody thought they could do it all of a sudden.
Like them early Netflix kid movies.
Yeah.
So I think this is what's going to happen with AI. Everybody's going to jump on it because everybody's doing it, right? Like, Western culture loves its trends. And so we will see an uptick in it. And I don't know how it's going to turn out in the end, but what I do know is consumers will still buy stuff. And it's usually the hardcore fans and people who like understand the logistics behind it that are going to get upset, but we don't hold the majority of the pocket when it comes to the money and purchasing power. Yeah. So
I would agree. We're gonna continue to see lots of tears.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, well, we're coming up on the last topic. And then we're gonna go into our titty bitties. But yeah, let's see. So we got to talk about Dr. Disrespect because
Whoosh.
It was
Doesn't his name just say it all? Like, is anybody
I know.
surprised?
none of us. I feel like none of us are surprised. Meaning, like, none of the women in the community are surprised
At all.
Because
he was the same guy that, what was it, 2017, 2018, that went into the women's bathroom?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I remember that.
Which is the same time that these conversations happened.
Right.
And I think that was the same year we met him, Delilah, like
Mhm.
outside the mixer booth. And I always thought that he was like, it was just weird. Like, you're dressed up in fucking 93-degree heat as your persona.
We could talk about that.
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah. So that's not why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
What I wanted to bring up was, yet again, we have another male big-time streamer found to be doing something inappropriate, whether it's racially motivated or sexually inappropriate, because that's what it tends to be all the time, right? And not only did we find out that many people knew,
right, 7 years, girl.
Yeah, that nothing was done because everyone was still making money, right? And I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of his associates, friends on the platforms knew something was off about him, but everybody was still making money. So what do we do about this? Because it seems like now YouTube wants to be like, oh, we're demonetizing him, we're doing the right thing, but you had years to do the right thing.
7.
They didn't know officially.
And why are you not being held accountable either in all this?
Then they should have done an investigation if they didn't know officially. If there are enough people talking about it,
no,
everybody had signed NDAs though,
right?
So no one can talk about it,
right? But Twitch did.
Wait, they signed an NDA to not talk about the situation?
The former employees of, was it Twitch?
Yeah,
they all signed NDAs, so they couldn't talk about it until now.
Right. Because one of the employees came out and he basically said, I can't tell you a lot, but I can tell you that I saw what he was writing.
And he was aware of what he was writing.
Right. It's like, that's a crazy level of protection though. Like,
yes.
They did the same thing with, what's his name? This is not a gamer. The creator behind Ren and Stimpy. Like, everybody knew he was like dating underage girls, and then it didn't come out until much later, until he started slipping out.
Right.
I don't know.
Guy with Nickelodeon too, that weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys watched that show.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What
the childhood, girl? Like,
right?
Yeah.
My issue is that everybody's focused on him, but like we also need to focus on the people who allowed him.
And that's why I wanted to talk about it. Because like, why are we not talking about YouTube? Why are we not talking about Twitch and their culpability in all this?
And the people who, like, I mean, just before Dr. Disrespect made his statement, the people that were kind of like trying to say, you know, back him or validate his actions and stuff, just because you like him. Like, listen, you know, just because you like somebody don't mean they can't do anything wrong. Like, you don't know this person from jump. Like, you just see a persona online.
Exactly.
And so I never understood that. Like, you blindly think this dude is doing the right thing because you like his persona online. What?
And that's also weird. Like,
because sometimes I feel like part of it is because they want the opportunity to do the same.
Or they're already doing similar things.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like being protected by, I don't know, everybody. This is so easy to say. Everybody needs to do the right thing. But like when children are involved or when underage, like that should be a no-brainer that you want to separate. Like the money should never be more important than the protection of like our children.
Right.
And I think that's the part that really, really bothers me, is that the money is always the most important thing. And the sad thing is, like, we could say whatever we wanted to YouTube, we could say whatever we wanted to Twitch, but the money is always going to be louder. And they've proven time and time again that the money has been louder. And like, I don't know, I can't talk about it from a standpoint of running such a large company like YouTube or such a large company like Twitch. I do know that like hierarchies are different and like information, it's it doesn't just go straight to the top and things like that. They have
Right.
different
It
levels
has
of
to
people
stew a little
handling
bit
things.
and
Right.
a lot
So
of
there
red
could be
tape and
exactly. There could be people who work at Twitch and people who work at YouTube who had no idea about this until it all came out. But those of you who did know, that's who I have a problem with. And if we're going to get rid of Dr. Disrespect, we also need to get rid of those individuals who allowed him to continue being a predator.
Right. And I think that there should be like accountability going up too, because I always hate that they try to act like, you know, oh, well, I was the manager, but I didn't see the day-to-day stuff, when in reality, we all know that the manager gets told. You may not have been paying attention, but you were told.
Right.
And I don't understand why you are not, how you're able to get paid a ton, right, for the people who are under you, but then you're not held accountable for the people who are under you as well. It's like one of those things in our systems that I just really don't understand. Because you see, even with like Bobby, right? Like Bobby knew everything that was going on, and he get a parachute.
Bobby coded from.
Yes. Right. Yep. CHAREECE, you've been quiet.
No, I'm sorry. I was stuffed.
Okay.
But no, I was listening to everything you're saying because you're correct. Like, there's nothing else to really add to it except like, I don't know. There's nothing to add because a lot of people failed their job description during this whole mess. I feel like the people in charge, the people ahead knew, because he still is such a big talent. And I use that term like loosely.
Yeah, 4 point something million on YouTube.
That when he came on, like when this was first acknowledged by some little peon watching those sessions, that they directly went straight to their manager, and that manager went directly to their manager until it went to the top. So like, I think these people knew, the people in charge knew exactly what was going on. And that is why Twitch still has not officially said anything once all this news has come out. Like, I have looked, unless it came out this morning or last night, they still have not mentioned anything.
No official.
No official.
I mean, do they feel like there's like a sort of like a statute of limitation? Like they like, okay, well, it's been so long. This did occur 7 years ago. Like it's insane to me. It's like it took them 7 years to finally be like, you know,
we
this
still
happening, and then now people are reacting.
I think that the family started pushing things, because they were upset with how things have been brushed up underneath the rug for someone. Which we, you know, like we said, we see this with even, you know, other industry celebrities, right? Because I think that's how you can equate it at this point, right? We have our celebrities in the gaming industry because of streaming. But is there something to be said with how people still blindly follow these people? Man, right?
That's the part I don't understand. That's
because I think that part of the motivator with them signing NDAs and that type of stuff is because these people still follow him in droves, you know?
Yeah.
The people defending him was like, oh my God.
Right.
You hear so many excuses by a lot of, for me, like if I hear you say something that I like, that would affect me as a black and woman, I then can no longer fuck with you. But I hear a lot of guys that will hear someone say something, especially slightly racist, and they'll still be like, oh, well, they'll just like,
oh, they joking, or right? You know, like bro code kind of thing,
right, or
lighten up, or you need to have thicker skin, or you're just.
I never thought I would see a day where I feel like racism takes a backseat to bro code.
Man, listen. What killed me is you're being a victim. I can't just speak on my experiences.
No, you can't, Delilah. You can't do that.
I never forget when I posted on Twitter about like how I went back in the day when I would play Halo and all the racism remarks I would get while playing and all that stuff. And then they was like, "Oh, you know, you need, if you don't like that, then you shouldn't be playing online at all." It's like, what? You know,
the idea that you have to accept toxic environments just because that's the way the environment has has become. It always blows my mind, right? Like that's just how it is.
And then
it doesn't have to be.
That's the part that pisses me off. It's like, yo, I'm only supposed to speak on it. I can't even talk about my experience. Right. It offends you some kind of way. It triggers you in some kind of way because I'm talking about my experience. Man, listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We're seeing that in real time, like with this whole situation. It's like they get offended because you're quote unquote attacking their favorite streamer, but their favorite streamer did something wrong, and it's like, so it's justified, and then they want to attack you and then try to assassinate character. It's wild, man.
People just need to be held accountable for the things that they do, right? And I think that's like just the end of it. Like, nobody's perfect. We need to stop idolizing people. Because people come out and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, of course you didn't know. You don't know that person on first name basis. If their number is not in your phone, I don't know why you thought you knew them like that.
Like if you couldn't call them and they would help you out, they're not your friend. Like that is just somebody you happen to know of.
You just like when they on stream. Like you like you like this person's persona. That's what you like. Because literally that's what he does. He has a persona.
Right.
You know, he likes me like, oh, and I'm this with my family. You think he wearing?
Yeah, but I told you, always have a problem with personas because there's always some other person in the persona.
Yeah.
Question though,
I feel like people are acting out who they really want to be. Like,
girl, listen.
Whatever they could get away with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My question is, and this is a long one. How do we even curb this behavior in the first place?
I know
it's hard. It's difficult because you don't know what this person. It could be anybody, right? You don't know what this person is going to do doing behind closed doors in their DM, who they're texting and trying to get in contact with. That's like underage and stuff like that.
I feel like there's red flags and people need to acknowledge.
Oh yeah, there's definitely red flags.
Yeah, because like I said, we saw him and you could tell like.
That whole weird one in the woman's bathroom, like that should have told you something that off rip. Right. Like, let's come on.
Right. This is somebody who's trying to see how much he can get away with.
A camera in there. It wasn't that he just went in there. He took a camera in there. Right. Like, come on. Huge red flag.
To answer your question, CHAREECE, I think the only way to curb people's bad behavior is to make examples of people who are doing these bad things, right? It's the reason why you have like laws and stuff like that,
those little things,
if you do this will happen. I think not enough people are being held accountable for their actions. They're in these groups with other people who are like yes men and are like doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Groomers hang out with groomers. Do you know what I mean?
And they're the loudest ones who are upset, right? Yeah. It's like people who are upset about accountability culture, council culture, are the people who should be the most afraid.
Y'all preaching. That's what
I'm just saying, like if you're gonna do some crazy shit and then you get caught, just admit that you did that crazy shit. And
I would have much more respect for you.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't got much for you in the first place, but
right.
You go up a smudging.
Right. Exactly.
And I think that's another thing when he was trying to apologize and he kept on switching out his little tweet and everything.
Yeah. Dude, the amount of edits on that one tweet.
You probably should have just waited. Maybe
you should have ran that by your PR
pre-wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
Grammarly could have helped you out.
Yeah.
Use the AI tool like to help.
Use an AI tool. You literally just have to type in a few things. Right. Sincere apology for fucked up shit I did.
Yes. Exactly.
You know what? I feel that. Sometimes I miss the golden age of Hollywood when everything had to be run by like 4 people.
A PR team.
You before it went out in public. One has PR anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like, at least run it by your mama first. Like, come on.
Right? Nobody saw this. You maybe probably should have had your wife look it over.
That part. Like, ask her what she thought about it.
Hey, look, we know they got problems too, though. So, okay.
What's wild to me is that like you see people doing crazy shit, and in my head, it's like, do you really think you'll never get caught? Like, it's probably like inflated ego somewhere in there.
They start with little things.
Yeah,
they start with little things first. And the only reason why I know this is because my friend is a psychologist for children. And she says that all that behavior always starts when they're young, and it's always little things to test to see what they can get away with. And then it just becomes bigger and bigger. And if they keep getting away with it, they're going to keep.
Oh my God, you're right. I've watched way too many murder mystery makeup videos. And they always like, and he started doing things.
He started torturing animals first.
Yeah,
right.
He flushed the goldfish first.
Yeah.
Then he hurt the cat. And then he can like just
always like that. It's always like that. They had a really troubled childhood.
Right.
Like, you know it's gonna be good if it starts off with that. You're like, oh man.
Yeah. And like, let me get my snacks ready.
About to get crazy.
Oh my God.
She's not wrong. When they ever cut a documentary like that, like I'm in for some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know.
So that was it for our main topics. And I really appreciate Des, you being here for your opinion on like these, because I feel like it's us all the time, you know, and I want to make sure
she says it too, like the way she
right. But I like having someone extra here, you know, because sometimes I feel like we always have us. So
well, thank you for having me. No, this has
like
been
nice
great.
to have an opinion. Yeah, of course. Anytime.
I woke up this morning like, let me do my makeup.
Yeah. So like anytime you want to come, the door's open. If there's like a hot topic of the week and you're like, yo, I want to talk about this with ladies, always invited. All right.
Thank you.
So titty bitties.
Titty bitties. Ugh, you know I hate that name.
I was about to say, oh, she said, oh, come on, say it. Say it again.
No.
I said some titty bitties.
There we go.
Tidbits. Tidbits.
It used to be called tidbits. For some reason, Boogie wanted to rename it to titty bitties.
I thought it was hilarious when I read it.
But okay, so Concord was announced on Summer's Games Fest, and they announced their playtest, which is going to be open to everyone, which I was probably most surprised about, that everyone's going to be able to do it on PlayStation. I think July 16th time frame.
2 weeks, roughly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you guys want to try that game out, make sure you guys sign up. You do have to sign up. I wonder if I should share so people can sign up. You guys feel like you need it, or can you go find it?
It should be in the link that you sent, right?
Yeah,
but everyone don't have that.
I don't even know if I'm gonna play this game because I'm kind of mad that it's 5v5.
I totally thought it was gonna be a different type of game for sure with the intro.
I didn't. To me, it looked like Guardians of the Galaxy, but just
right. So I thought I was gonna be playing a story.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like then they did the 5v5, and I'm like, okay,
like always Overwatch. Okay, then.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't really want any.
Y'all should play Once Human when it comes out.
What is it
called?
Once Human.
I've heard of that one.
I heard of it.
I got into the beta and it's fucking fire. It's like if Death Stranding and Fallout 76 got together, had a one night stand, and had a baby.
Okay,
it's really good.
I'm not a fan of Death Stranding, but
well, the Death Stranding part is just the weird shit that happens.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like it's very survival.
Is it horror though? Is it scary?
I mean, like I don't like horror.
Okay, Ben, then I can play it then.
You can play it. It's not that scary. I mean, there are some scary parts, but just play with other people.
Delilah is my favorite to watch playing scary games.
Don't.
Like
I will tell you this.
And shit and movements is just like the fucking best to watch.
The scariest thing. Okay, well, let me pre-warn you if you do play this. The scariest thing is there's this level. No, because if I tell you, you won't be scared.
Nah, that won't work.
Where you might be scared, but where like you're in a place and there's these creatures and they're like, they look like mannequins. And by that, I mean like they're just stuck in place. But like if you don't, when you look away, they move.
Oh, no.
It's just one level though.
That sounds like a good
We are not doing that. Look, y'all got it.
Yeah, we'll make Lady play it.
Yo, Dev, if you go look at our videos, look at the last scary game that Delilah had to play.
I'm gonna check it out.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, it is gold. You were playing, what's the one? By the dev you like that did,
It's my Alan Wake?
Yeah, you did Alan Wake 2. Yes.
Alan Wake.
I still got 6 hours left in that.
I get so
Yeah.
mad at Alan Wake.
Ma'am.
It's not happening.
Ma'am. So does that mean you lost? You concede now?
I refuse to concede.
Well, look, we tried to give you a date and you were like, I'm gonna do it.
I just want to point out, as long as she has not finished, nobody else can start back up.
I know. I'm holding the whole entire challenge hostage right now. Which
Yeah.
is kind of sad.
So I don't know if you know, but we put up polls to let the audience decide who plays the next scary game. And we decided that if you were the last person to play, then you can't be in a new poll.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're not gonna be in the next poll. Like you don't have to go through all 4. Like it's just you're not in the next one. Yeah. So
yeah. Alan Wake was messing you up.
Yeah, Alan Wake 2 is ridiculously creepy and scary and whatever.
It is very creepy.
Oh
Did you play the first one?
Yeah, and I did finish that.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? I watched parts of the movie so I can understand what was going on.
Right.
But yeah, no, this is
2 is a little. It is a little creepier. The first one pissed me off. I told the creator that too when I saw him at the DICE Awards. Because I was like, bruh, he drops his gun all the time. That's literally the only thing that he can use to really protect himself, other than his rinky-dinky flashlight that he has the grip of God on. Yeah. But every time you turn it on, he's wrecking a car. He's losing his gun. And so he was like,
flashes and like,
yeah. So he's like, it's going to be better in the second game. And I was like, yeah, because right now his name is Alan Butterfingers Wake.
Yeah, I mean, I like the mechanics. And I also love the whole, like, you know, the being the detective and putting all the door. I thought that was all super cool, but it's just creepy. It's just scary. And oh man, that boss at the beginning, I'm like, oh my God, I just can't.
Oh, like, with the dead body?
Oh my God, yeah. My heart jumped out of my chest. My heart literally jumped out of my chest when that whole part happened. Like, I'm like, oh my, and then I kept dying and getting it wrong. So I had to play that over and over again.
Oh, that's traumatic. That's traumatic.
So yeah, so she still has 6 hours. I'm just gonna assume if you don't have the hours done by the end of July that you forfeit.
July?
That's giving you a whole month.
Let her take all the time in the world.
No, you bet, CHAREECE. We're gonna make sure.
Look here. That's called rigging the vote. That's called rigging the vote.
No, it's not.
Look here, people. The people of Grown Women Gaming. I would love you for the vote for anybody but CHAREECE.
Y'all vote CHAREECE next. Boom.
Yeah.
Period. She been skating by, boy. She be like,
yeah, she does. That's why we did the rule that, you know, somebody else can get back in, because CHAREECE likes the politics. She likes to campaign when the poll comes out, right?
This is like that Southern charm, so she be like,
yeah, right. She's like, come on, fellas.
Right.
Vote for Lady. Lady loves this challenge. Lady is excellent at this challenge.
Nah, vote
Lady
CHAREECE,
what she
that's the one you want to watch.
CHAREECE should be next.
CHAREECE is the one you want to watch.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at horror games too, so I get you. Yeah, I say that, but I play horror games, but with other people. So I don't like anything dead coming back to life and being filled or anything like that.
You can't play Resident Evils, no.
I can't. Yeah, I don't like Resident Evil. I've watched people play it, but it's not my like anything that looks like it smells bad.
That's hilarious.
Yo, I feel that though, like because I can feel it in real life, like that.
Yeah,
I'm like it stinks. I can't.
Her face. Yeah. Oh my God. That's the one. We need to have somebody play the Quarry. I started playing it. It was, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
They got so many of those type of games though now. It's wow. And you know, my husband plays them and he says because he liked the story and stuff. And he says they're so good, but I'm like, I can't even
The
look.
Corey's the one with the real actors playing
Yeah.
the characters, right?
Mhm.
I just
Yeah.
finished that with a friend. I will say the beginning is more scary because you don't know what's going on, but then when
Right.
you do know what's going on, it's not as
Yeah. And it's very like cliche. It's very
very cliche.
yeah.
Man, y'all
And
got
the characters are stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my
Which
god.
is like
I got
on par
so
for
irritated.
you know
It
like
was, but it
right?
was like, y'all stop talking. Okay, my whole issue is like, we're out here, you know, in the wilderness. We don't know what's going on. Let's have a full-on conversation about some stupid shit when we should be quiet because we
Yeah.
don't know if we're gonna get attacked.
right.
You know? So like it was very much like the Corey
80s
reminds me of a
horror.
teenage slasher. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you remember like during COVID time, like Netflix that came out with the like a series of 80s horror type movies.
Yes,
Like,
I
3
do
parts.
remember that.
Like I love that. Like I don't really like scary movies, like especially not like I don't know, like The Hills Have Eyes and shit like that. That's just not scary. It's scary. It's sick. like,
yeah.
So I
Event
don't like that
Horizon
type of shit.
is sick too. That
Yeah.
sci-fi movie where
Right.
like the ship goes to hell and comes back and it's
Yeah.
just
What movie?
Event Horizon.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like those things, but like 80s Jason type horror, I'm good with.
Y'all don't
Yeah.
get nightmares and stuff like that. Like
I did when I was little, but now that I'm older, they don't affect me.
Well, I
the
guess I'm
same.
still a child because
No. I wouldn't say that. I had like a terrible nightmare once about zombies, and I realized I was dreaming, but I couldn't wake myself up,
Ooh,
which
girl.
is why I don't fuck with zombie stuff at all. And I just had a conversation with the guy that I'm talking to now, and I ask every guy this that like I'm interested in, like if I got bit, you know, what would you do?
Oh shit!
That's a stipulation question.
It's a
right?
real question. I'm like, this can
Our
make or break the
depends on your
relationship.
answer. Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Any
feel
guy
that.
who says, I want to like try to find a cure, I'm like, absolutely not. Like,
Yo,
You gotta
I asked
double
my husband
tap.
that
You
question.
gotta
He's like, "Well, I guess we're gonna die together then."
yes, that's me. Like, as soon as I get bit, take me out
Yeah,
because
double
I'm gonna take
tap.
you out.
Boom.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take you out immediately.
No
And
question.
he was like, oh
He
my God,
said,
you're gonna kill
You
me.
better take me out because I'm
I
gonna
was
take
like,
you out.
Yep. Don't make a weird noise. Don't clear your throat around
Yeah.
me and sound kind of crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Does anybody else have tidbits? I mean, I had a couple other ones, but I don't have to do mine.
Oh, no, so
No.
you know,
What you got, Lala?
okay, so you know the Beverly Hills Cop.
Yep.
Yeah.
On Netflix. I am now going through. My husband and I watched Beverly Hills Cop 1 last night, and so we're going through each one in order to kind of lead up to
I barely
the.
remember that movie.
Oh,
I
I'm
know.
unbraiding my kid's hair. I should make her suffer. through
Oh
that.
man, it's so 80s, y'all. It's
Yeah.
so 80s. But so I look forward to going through that, and also I'm finally caught up on House of the Dragon.
Good. What are your
man.
thoughts?
Great, it's good. I mean,
They're not holding back. They're like going.
Right,
this
that's right.
season.
Just the turn of events. I don't want to spoil anything, man. It's just like wow. So I'm gonna have to go back and try to figure out who's who and who does what because I feel like the little thing they give you at the beginning, the little
Yeah.
summary they give you, it's not enough.
Right.
Like I still need to. It's been a while. Like the gap between then and now is been drastic. So I have to kind of go back and try to figure out who's who, and I may rewatch a few episodes just to kind of familiarize myself with what's going on. But it's
I
good.
feel like we're definitely heading to a red wedding scene.
Listen, it's weird because from watching the original Game of Thrones, like what happened to that entire
Right.
that group. So it's like something's gonna go down. Like you like this is about to be crazy. But I'm excited to kind of see how this season go. I also started new season of The Boys.
Which is like wild. I cannot wait
man.
for CHAREECE to get to episode 4. I think it's episode 4, right? With Sister Sister Sage.
Yes.
Sister Sage.
Listen, sister.
I was not expecting that.
Ooh, off the chain. So that's it. Y'all need to check those shows out. Period. They're very entertaining, very good. I think that's it. I was I think there's a couple of sales going on right now. Game Pass, some stuff going on with that. I guess that's it for me for tidbits. I really don't got anything else. Tidbits.
All right, Charisse, I think you tidbits.
No, because I saw you had on here. Megan Thee Stallion dropped her album Friday.
Yeah.
And how is it? Have you...
I am highly enjoying it. Me and my daughter are enjoying it.
And I wish she would have sampled the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen because I love that song.
That was clever. It's so her, like as far as anime tie-ins.
That whole song is like a fuck you to these dudes that like don't believe that we watch anime. Like if I'd heard this song when I was 12, oh, you could have told me shit.
But you know what? It's because there's a lot of people who are starting to like anime more because Megan's making it cool. But I'm like, y'all, Megan's one of us.
Like,
she just looks like one of y'all. And like y'all can watch anime, that's cool, but like you can't now make fun of us. We're gonna make fun of you because you're new here. Like, you're only here as a fad, but yeah.
It's like the other songs on there. She has this Japanese rapper on there, which I've already looked on his discography and like started adding songs to my playlist. Like the whole I was cleaning up this morning and I was just had it on repeat. It was nice.
Yeah.
Is it lengthy? Like how long is the album? Ooh, please tell me.
Hers are usually like 13 songs.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
It's like a good, maybe almost right at an hour, maybe a little longer.
Okay, hour I can deal with. I just hate when they're like 25 minutes, 30 minute albums.
Oh, see, I don't even call that this whole. That's an LP. That's like
okay.
That's a side project.
I want to make sure because sometimes that's how they drop them, and I'm like, come on, you could have gave me a little more content. Could have gave me a little bit more. Like, yeah.
So yeah, I am enjoying it.
I'll check it
out.
All
right. What about you, Des? Do you have anything that you're watching, reading?
I did watch this one series called Queenie on Hulu. You guys, if it's a British show, but like it's Black cast. So if you guys want to check that out, it was interesting. There's a guy in it who's just hella fine. Like, I had to like look him up afterwards. I was like,
"Say less, ma'am. Say less."
Who are you? Because I just like
with the guy and the girlfriend and his powers.
It's really hard for me. Like,
sorry.
Yeah, it was. I think it's on Hulu, and it's called Queenie. So check that. I binged it. Even though the main character kind of got on my nerves a little bit. I don't know. If you guys watch it, let me know what you thought about her. Because I was like, why are you tripping right now? But what else have I
like to watch British stuff, but you did you see Bubblegum?
I've loved Bubblegum.
Chewing gum, I think, right?
Yeah, it's chewing gum.
Yeah, sorry.
I had to walk away a couple of times because it was just such an awkward moment that she was putting herself in. But then I realized the guy, the white guy who was like fetishizing like the
blackness. On Bridgerton?
He's on Bridgerton. And I was like, oh my God, that's him!
I know. For some reason, I didn't put it together until I saw the clip again, and then I was like, wow, I can't believe this is him. And
see, she got the jumping on that.
Actually gay.
He's gay. Really. There's no way you could tell me he was gay just by the characters he plays. But like he's dedicated to the craft. Like I thought I could get his phone number. Yeah. But yeah, so that I haven't watched the newest season of Bridgerton because I feel some type of way. I already know what's gonna happen, right? Because it's based off the books. But like, I don't know. I feel like
they changed some stuff. They changed some stuff, and I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about it because I am a big book reader and I have the collection, and I'm still iffy. I don't know.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Does the guy, I forgot his name, the guy who was in the first one, what was his name? Lord something.
The Duke.
The Duke.
Simon.
Does he actually never ever show up in any of the other books after that?
The whole family shows up and they sprinkle throughout the other books.
Okay, so he really just doesn't.
Yeah, he just fucked up his bag. Yeah.
Okay.
He just really did. Yeah, because he originally signed on for one season, but I guess he didn't think it was gonna pop off like that. And he needs to grovel and come back and just like pop in for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't want to, but like I also heard like there was some like behind the scenes. And so, yeah. But whatever. I was like, I didn't watch the second season because I was like, look, if you're not going to bring him, like, that's why I'm coming back. And if you're not going to bring him
watch Queen Charlotte then.
Queen Charlotte.
Wait, I did watch Queen Charlotte. Absolutely loved it.
Seriously, see how everybody gets when they talk about it.
Queen Charlotte is the best.
Yeah. And then got really sad because then I like did a deep dive like historically about her and all of that stuff. You know, I don't know why I do that to myself.
Yep.
But
like nobody's gonna tell me that the real Queen Charlotte wasn't half black. Like you're not gonna.
Oh, I agree. I think she would. I definitely think she had some like black in her or something in her.
Everything
that was not
paint
just
about her like that.
Yeah,
that
and they purposely painted her lighter.
Yeah,
you know, in those photos and stuff like that. But her features,
for real,
they weren't very good at hiding her features that they were trying to hide. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I did watch that. As for games, I think I'm going to jump into Kirby's Forgotten Land again. I played it a little bit when I was in Canada for work, and it's a really cute, fun game. Honestly, it's really adorable. So I think I'm going to do that just like to chill and no brainer, and then try to find some new games. I'm just patiently waiting for Once Human to release so I can dive back in there and start fucking shit up. Yeah.
All right. Yep. Let's see. I think that's it. Everybody went. Lady didn't comment that she had anything to say. A couple of people in the chat. Karate Kid season 5. I'm not watching
Karate Kid season 5.
I didn't know there was a season 1. I feel so
I'm assuming
bad.
he said talking about Cobra Kai. You know,
Cobra Kai. Oh, okay.
You know,
he said Karate Kid.
I like that. Sir X-Men's, you know.
I got you. We got you, Sir X-Men. We got you. We know what you mean. We know what you mean.
Them kids.
Oh, did you get a super chat from Sir X-Men?
I don't think so. I think I might have missed that. I've been bad about that. Y'all supposed to be helping me though.
My bad. Damn, I'll get you next time. I got it this time. He's back to our horror games. I dare someone to play the Outlast game. Fuck no.
That's not how this works.
No.
And it's not a dare. It's
right.
Sharice, you next, girl.
No,
next.
Again.
I'm gonna finish.
People of Grown Women Gaming, please. Vote lady.
So, Sir X-Men, when we get to the poll, you make sure you vote for Sharice.
Yo.
Vote like your life depend on it.
Right. And then Rain says BET Awards tomorrow. They Not Like Us. K-Dot in the building. Yo.
Oh, is he performing?
I hope so. It's BET Awards.
Oh,
and I'm
they
sure
should just
LA.
not show up. I was very late to that beef, but like when I got there,
but you still enjoy it.
I was excited. I understood the assignment. You know what I mean?
Popping it up like a biscuit. I mean, every little word to it like
on repeat, bop, 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 like all day.
And for Rain, if I still lived in LA, I definitely would have been at the concert. I kicked my sister like so hard for not going. She was like, I saw it and I wasn't sure. God. And I'm like, you should have went. If it's a pop-up concert, you go. Mm-hmm. Period. That's it.
Sometimes you gotta pop out it.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be on everybody's Trail Reunion shirt this summer.
Yeah. That is like the song. But if he's there, definitely watch him. BET Awards has been pretty good because CBS produces it now, Paramount. So they've been having good production value. But I'm excited to see what happens. Even with Amazon Music, Amazon's like, yo, we got y'all black folks.
And like, y'all got it?
Yeah. Right?
Man, the camera work?
Yes, everybody says that, yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
The fact that we only make up about 11 to 12% of the US population and we just lead it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
in style and creativity and like y'all just don't know. Outside people think it's half and half. It's not half and half.
It's funny because it's like y'all, like some of y'all, right? Some of the people who are like, oh, y'all need to, leave and all this stuff. I'm like, what would y'all do? Your life would be so boring if you left.
Oh, also, y'all brought my ancestors here,
right? Because we didn't ask for that.
I'm like, call me Black American. I'm from America.
Yeah,
right.
Born and raised.
That's it, right? Like, I don't know nothing else.
Right.
So yeah. Anywho's, I think that's it. I think we got everybody. Looks like Level 1 Gaming showed up for Dez.
Hey.
Yes, we have her today. Yo, lady, you did not spell poll right. I'm ready for the poll right now.
Girl.
She got the right poll, okay?
Hey, maybe she do got the right.
She got the right poll, okay?
Oh my God. Yo, I'm ready for the poll right now.
Leave it to Boogie to point that out.
And it's like I'm ready for the poll right now. Oh shit. Oh my God. Okay. CHAREECE, this is River City Girls, right?
Yes, this is River City Girls. I don't know if it's still on Game Pass.
Ooh.
Is it still on Game Pass?
So.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it is online co-op. So
Yes,
if
it
you want
is
to play
co-op.
with someone.
Oh, awesome.
Man, I
So
just
CHAREECE
love the
just has to
art.
invite
Oh my
somebody.
God.
Okay. Good to know.
Look here.
All right. Well, it's 3. We all know what time it is.
She said she was eating. You still could have replaced that E with an L.
Right?
Let's talk.
And I like how she likes to do it like 3 minutes later. Poll. Like,
Y'all leave my
No.
friend alone.
all right. Poll.
All in
Okay.
love.
So thank you so much, Dez, for chilling with us today and giving us your insights. We enjoyed you.
Anytime.
You tell everybody where to find you.
Yeah, you guys can find me at DMBC32 on most of my socials. You can also find me over at the Dames for Games on socials. And if you find me anywhere else, keep that to yourself.
Oh, all right. And Miss
Wrong
CHAREECE,
over here.
right?
Doing grown woman business over here.
Man, you know?
Of course, it's your girl CHAREECE here, and I am all over the place, usually lurking in somebody's chats, being nosy and reading shit I am not supposed to be reading. Y'all, it is still hot. I think right now it is 80 something degrees here in South Georgia. Please stay hydrated. Stay in the shade if you have to be outside. Get you a big ass hat. But please make sure to wear deodorant because again, this is the South and it's funky. Wash your hands. Wash
when
your
you pass
ass.
me and it wafts,
Yo, if you ain't got on a work shirt and they been out working all day, I better not smell you. Okay. And I'm talking about it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, not 1 o'clock in the evening. I mean afternoon. Anyway, y'all. Please go play these games. It is a lot of games out here. We talk about this, but like you cannot say anything if you have not played these games. So go play them. Get some wins, touch some grass. The weekend's coming up. 4th of July next weekend. Go eat a barbecue. I'm sure somebody is cooking something somewhere.
Ooh, excited.
I know that does sound good.
I know, right?
And
I'm debating if I should take Monday so that I can have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Ooh.
Hey, do you boo? No, I'll be off
As
regardless.
long as you post the grill food, we good. I gotta live vicariously through you. So, oh my God.
Oh, hi, baby.
This is what he does. He just comes up and then see. That's all he wants. That's it.
But yeah, see y'all later.
All right, Miss Delilah.
Yeah, so you all know you can follow me on Twitter, Delilah_HD. You catch me right here on GWG. Thanks everybody for rocking out with us. We appreciate all you all. Please hit that like button, tell your friends, share the stream, etc. It really helps us out when you hit that good old like button. But thank you, and we'll see y'all next week, or are we off next week?
No, we'll be off next week, so don't look for us next week. It's a holiday. We
And it's sure in our Discord. Be in our Discord.
Yeah, we'll be in our Discord,
definitely.
and stuff. But
I need to join y'all's Discord. I'm so late. Damn.
It's juicy. It's juicy in there. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to get Dames for Games juicy.
I all
polite all the time.
I think everybody is scared because it's such. We feel like I don't know. Yours is like when you go to company house and you got to be like, good.
Yeah,
Ours is actually home.
Yeah.
There's specific chats I've tried. When I was like talking my sexual stuff with Baldur's Gate, I was the first one like, y'all,
Right.
So
I was there too, but then
yeah,
no one
Boogie
else
was
was
there.
interacting, so I'm like, okay, well, you know.
I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better to just try to get the community engaged more. I don't want anybody to be afraid. Just talk your shit. I love it.
Yeah,
We have books, we have fashion, we have hobbies, collectibles.
we have weird memes.
We got our not safe for work memes.
Yeah, okay, I'm coming.
Yeah. And I will tell you now, like 90% of our audience is men, so some of those memes,
they be
not safe for work.
I grew up, my dad raised me, so single father,
we're good.
brother, we're good.
Yeah, not safe for work.
So don't open them around. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you need a good laugh, if you're depressed, we even have our pet channel. Like
we got
I work from home, so I'm good.
Okay, yeah, you good.
Yeah, I'm good. I probably need that, seriously, because sometimes work be like,
listen, we all lit, man.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to be on Twitter, but then like Twitter, you know.
Yeah, we kind of
so
shifted.
Yeah, well, you know, they told us, oh, you're only going to be able to send a certain amount of messages a day.
I know, that was wild. They still, did they follow through with that? Or did they change it?
No, because I remember getting an alert, like saying, like, you're only
I did too.
send like a certain amount of messages a day or whatever. And I'm just like, all right.
From your podcast Twitter account?
Yeah. So like just in the DMs, like our DMs between each other, you know?
They was
they
limiting
like a paywall.
Yeah.
A certain amount of messages a day and stuff.
Oh,
and we talk, like,
okay, I understand. Because you had like a lot of people coming through. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, just like us between each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I remember getting that message.
I haven't gotten anything like that. Maybe I don't talk.
It was like a big thing, you know, of them like limiting what you can send and see. And I think they rolled back part of it, but I don't know if it was, you know.
Yeah, what exactly it was. Because I just switched. I'm like, okay, well,
we all just moved to Discord and we just
also that was like just shooting themselves in the foot. That was stupid. Why are you policing how much I can say to people?
Right, or see. They was limiting everything. Yeah.
Especially when you have porn on Twitter, where you get off.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Fun times.
Crazy.
Okay, I think I'm the last person.
Yep.
Thank you again for everybody coming to watch LBOOGIE. Y'all can catch me on Threads, on Twitter, and in our Discord. Hope y'all have a blessed weekend. Have fun next weekend. Not too much fun. Oh, and Canada Day is Monday. So if you're a Canadian listening, happy Canada Day. And yeah. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm not ready yet, so keep waving.